Welcome back to the channel, All Things Strange. We about to get into this Veve post-drop marketplace analysis of the Mickey Mouse NFT. Let's go. Yep. Get to another one, 75? No. Yeah, that's what that is right there. Couple more left, those are gonna get bought up. New listings, same. You can see the real floor should be over here though. That's where it's going. Creeping. Once these get out of here, let's see what happens. Either they're gonna redump another $71 round, or we're gonna see the floor actually go up.
Just different.
It's going up. Of course, you're gonna get someone pops up, sees the last floor price. They're trying to just get it off, so they list it again at that floor. So cycles. Here's the run. 34. There's a new listing, possibly a bot. Listing. They're just trying to keep up with the floor, get it off. Now we had a $74 floor. Let's see where it goes. Now there's a $75 wall here. So yeah, if you have not watched the market and seen how the movements go, how the bots come and go on waves and create these sale walls, and then, you know, once they go away, you kind of see better look at what the true floor is of whatever the NFT you're looking at here is. So, yeah, these are all what I would deem real accounts, and that's why the prices are, you know, you see how they vary. It's not a whole wall. It's just like a couple listings at a certain price. That's what they want. They cool with that, you know. So that's what we got going on, you know. It should keep rising in that regard. The uncommons at 87, I don't see any walls here at all, really. So it should be interesting. You know, these things definitely have room to grow. I think they have potential of being, you know, the common and uncommon should be 20, maybe 20, you know, like 10-20% above retail, I would think. You know, somewhere around 15-20. So, that's what we're looking at. These floors are going up too. So, you know, I grabbed mine at the $71 mark. I felt like that was a fair price. You know, after fees and taxes or whatever, people are probably walking away with close to what they paid at retail. So I felt like this, you know, the wall of resistance, I guess, was $70. So I saw OK Mint at 71, and it was, you know how market sniping is, man. It's like you gotta just grab whatever, especially if it's at one of the top 2 or 3. So I did manage to snipe one at 71. And now we at 75, and the action is slowing down a little bit. You know, that happens when it's like, you know, the people that wanted one, that really want one, they got one. You know what I'm saying? And this is great to see. You know, this is us moving in the right direction. I have to say that much. You know. So we'll see where this goes, man. You know, see, page 71, 75 floor. It's good to see. I haven't seen this type of market movement, honestly, in a couple of months. You know, this feels real right here. You know what I'm saying? You got a couple of private accounts popping off, but no big walls, that's for sure. You know. So let's see, man. You know, I think what Veve did is the right thing in you know, stopping transfers for now. And it's just for now. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing really to wild out about, man. Like, when I first got on this app over a year ago, I saw a market button at the bottom. When I hit it, it said marketplace is coming soon. So I had no way to buy stuff. There was none of that. You know what I'm saying? The store was empty, just like it is today. The store is empty. Everything's sold out. So, you know, it's about to pop off. That's all I can say. It's about to go down, you know, because, you know, some of my peoples, we've been aligning ourselves with certain pieces on that app that are high quality and already low edition size or decent edition sizes, and we kind of knew, based on different things Veve was saying, and they have flip-flop back and forth as far as what they're going to do with the collectibles that are in these banned accounts. But we knew, starting at that Batman statue drop, that was one of the main first drops where it was like they got hit with bots heavy, because we could tell, you know, when a marketplace open, there's usually a certain percentage that goes back for sale, and that was one of the first drops. I noticed that the percentage was extremely low. It was only, we were under or somewhere around 1,000 relisted for sale. And I'm like, I know there's not that many people hodling right after the drop of this thing. Like, it's no way, you know. And a lot of people predicted that the floor price would have been $500-$600, and it wasn't. It was like $1,200 when it first started. It eventually hit $900, but that got bought real quick. And I had 900. Actually, didn't hit 9 flat. It hit over 9, so that's why I couldn't get it. And I was hoping it would trend down, but it immediately went back up, and it kept hovering around $1,100-$1,200 for the longest, you know. And when I kept looking at the supply for sale was real low. So I had a feeling that those collectibles were held up in those accounts that got banned during the drop, because from what I was hearing, some accounts got banned coming in the drop, and some were able to secure the collectible, but right after that, their account got banned, so they couldn't even they couldn't list it, they couldn't do anything with it. And then you still had a percentage that got away, you know what I'm saying? And they got it, and they were able to list it. But you know, right now you see low supplies and the price is lower than ever. So I don't know what the hell that means. I don't know how the market's gonna readjust to all of this stuff. You know, it's a lot still going on, so we're gonna have to wait, watch, and see where this goes, man. But man, you might want to load up on some things, you know what I'm saying, and reevaluate, try and figure out how many of these collectibles might be taken out of permanent circulation. You know what I'm saying? Personally, what I would do if I was Veve is either give the accounts their gems back, like whatever the retail price was that they got on the drop. I would give them gems back and take all my collectibles back. And I would do like a crazy drop where I would line up a couple of drops, right? Like, depending on how much supplies I have, I would do a drop where I'm dropping like 60,000 collectibles total, right, for this drop. And what I would do is make it a combination of comics and collectibles. and it's all being dropped at the same time, right? So basically what it's gonna force you to do is pick and choose what you're gonna go for. So if you're going for comics, you're gonna have like 6 different comics and, you know, all those different cover variations and rarities to go for. Or, you know, it would be a blind box. So, you know, you're just going for a certain comic and whatever. But once you go to that for that comic, that means you can't go for possibly, you know, a Todd or something like that. And what else I would do on the collectible side is do like some sort of tiered blind box drop where it's certain, you know, types of collectibles. So I would do like a DC black and white drop, you know, and it's a blind box. You could end up getting, you know, a Todd to, you know, who knows what. Well, maybe not a Todd because bots didn't acquire Todds, but you know what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean? Like all of those newer stuff, the Harley Quinns, you know, the Cover Girls, one of those drops. So, you know, it's a lot that they could probably end up taking back from these accounts. And I would just make like a randomized drop or something. You know, I would do something really different and creative. Just set like one decent price for all of us, like $50, 60 gems. You know what I'm saying? And let it just be totally random, like as to what you could get. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be really fun and a way to, you know, pay us back for sticking around and you know, still participated in this. You know what I'm saying? We've definitely been through a lot of ups and downs, and I can't think of anything, at least at the moment, that would be more fairer to do with those collectibles that were acquired illegitimately. You know what I'm saying? That should have went to true collectors. Like, you know, do something. I don't know, if they want to identify the value of the collectible and be like, oh, this is an A-tier collectible or something, then do it based on the master collector points. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know, randomly put stuff in accounts. I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? But we definitely should get dibs on the stuff that gets taken back. You know what I'm saying? It definitely shouldn't be held by the company. They already get the first 50 or whatever. So it should go to us. And as far as the drops, you know, personally, I come from a time where, you know, a lot of you guys probably never, you know, were around when they did these types of drops. But when you see certain collectibles, like right now, when people went for Electra, for example, well, I don't want to use her as an example, but like, okay, a perfect example would be the Pixar drop. So you had one Woody, you know, one of the green guy, one of the house, the up house, one of Lightning McQueen. There were no variations of them, right? So when you went for the blind box, you didn't know which character you were getting, right? So back in the days before they even had blind boxes, if they would have did a drop like that, you would have basically had to pick which one you were going for. And the way we would try to figure out what we were going for was based on the rarity, because if you were going for the highest rarity, you know, the lowest rarity, you know, like an ultra rare or secret rare, you knew your odds of hitting it were lower. And what would happen is, if you went for it and you missed it, being that the app wasn't super flooded with people, on certain drops, you could actually back out. Once you didn't get it, back out, and then go for like the common, because the common has so many editions, and you would still be able to grab 1 or 2 commons, or maybe grab a common, back out, see if the uncommon sold out. If it doesn't say sold out, you could buy it. Boom, you buy it. And that's how we used to actually buy multiple items on the same drop, you know, and the experience was great, it was fun, and it'll probably never be had again just because there's so many people on the app, you know. And shoot, for now, you know, because I know once marketing revs up, advertising revs up, there's going to be so many people coming to this app that are not all about investing and flipping. They're going to be real people like, oh snap, I can get this and it's 3D and da-da, and use it over here. Like, it's going to be those types of people. When we get to that point, you know, we'll be in a whole nother place, and you know, hopefully we'll all be able to get drops at a better rate because of the way that they're dropping the items. You know what I'm saying? I hope they get to a place where they drop multiple IPs per day. Not per day, but per drop. And basically force people to pick and choose what they want at that moment. You know what I'm trying to say? So, you know, maybe do a Marvel IP drop and a Disney drop the same day. And then within those drops, have different things going on. So, like, the way they did Black Panther, you know what I'm saying? Then they did Electra. Like, do two of them. Do two characters at the same time. And then make people have to choose which rarity they're going for. Because people being funneled into a collectible that has 5 variations, but all they got to do is hit buy now at the right time, or buy now and whatever, and it's a blind box. It still funnels and corrals thousands of people into one thing. Whereas before, even though it was way less people on the app, it was still thousands, to where, yeah, nothing was guaranteed as far as hitting on the drop. But you still, I could tell, because, you know, I'm involved with different groups of people, you know, depending on people's devices and all types of factors. There was people that'd be like, oh, I'm going for the common, you know, my phone sucks, or I know I'm not going to hit an ultra rare, and da-da-da. Like, it made people go for different things. You know what I'm saying? So I think they need to also reconsider on drops, blind boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand people like blind boxes because it's pretty much one of the best ways, or like chances we have at competing against these bots. But if any of the bot situation is truly changing, then we're not going to need to rely on the blind box drops. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, whether they call it a blind box or whatever, which they probably will, because it doesn't make sense to be in a queue system. I mean, you could. Actually, that could still work. That might even make it better. Do a queue system for all the different rarities. Do it for all the, you know what I'm saying? And break it down. Because when you just do it, like, funnel everybody in just to get a variation, you're going to end up with a lot of people in one queue. You know what I'm saying? So if you split it up, it's way better. Because even people with multiple accounts, like, it's not the worst thing in the world for you to have one account trying to go for an ultra rare and one going for a common, like, just so you could try to secure something. But personally, I only got one phone, and I've always only had one phone. So, you know, I struggle as it is. So I don't know what happens when you got two phones pulling off the same Wi-Fi, or I don't know what none of that. I don't know what y'all go through. I don't even know what it's like to try and use both hands to click buy now. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? There's times I struggle just on one phone. I'm going for a blind box and I'm spamming the area and end up hitting the damn arrow, and then the whole buy now goes somewhere else on the screen. Like, I don't know how y'all do it. You know what I'm saying? But more power to you. But, you know, I've always just personally felt like when you are one body and one person, and you're literally sitting there with two devices, you're technically almost like a bot. But you're not, in the fact that bots are doing things at inhuman speeds and able to do things. You know, I've heard of them having market bots that, and even drop bots, that are somehow still able to go after low cereals. And they're saying that, like, during drops, low cereals still end up in these botters' heads. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was just a numbers game, but apparently no. It's able to do that. You know what I'm saying? And definitely in the market it could do that. But, you know, that's my only gripe with everything overall. You know, if they get to a KYC, one device, boom, boom, even kids and family, I don't mind that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool. I think everybody should be part of the process, but it shouldn't nobody be sitting there as one person with like 4 devices in front of them and trying to, like, come on, man. It's not even, I don't know. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we'll ride out of here, man. Catch up with y'all later. Appreciate y'all checking out the channel. Like, share, subscribe. All things strange gone.